Man, what a difference a couple of hours make. We had a lot of different rumors circulating over the last 48 hours, man. At one point, it looked like Matthew Stafford was definitely going to be traded to the Giants. And now it looks like the Giants are possibly pivoting, as it looks like the Raiders are emerging as the favorites for Matthew Stafford if they intend to trade him from the Rams side. Let's talk about the Giants. Let's talk about the current rumors that are happening at the NFL Combine. As we know, the NFL Combine is taking place right now. Yesterday, you did see the D linemen and the linebackers taking place doing their events. You're going to see a lot more coming through today. And today, you're actually going to see Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward talking at 9 a.m. By the time this video drops, they would already be speaking, but your boy got work later today, so I can't talk about that. Make sure you stay tuned on my YouTube Shorts, though. We're always live on YouTube Shorts. Overall, it's looking like the Giants are definitely pivoting to potentially trade for the number one overall pick and be taking guys like Cam Ward or Shedeur Sanders, which, once again, if you're asking me my opinion, yeah, I wanted a Matthew Stafford on this team. And yes, if we were able to get him, I'll be happy because Matthew Stafford is an extreme talent. But when you look at it for the future's sake, in terms of draft capital, in terms of cap space, this is the best move that the Giants can make. Trading up for number one, now, I was on record. You can go back on my other videos. I'm content with staying back at number 3. But if we're able to trade up to the number 1 pick, it just shows that they have the conviction of taking their guy and they want to make sure they're going to get their guy. So I'm not even mad at it. I wouldn't be mad at it. Would I prefer it? I wouldn't. But trading up to number 1, in my opinion, you must be trading up for Cam Ward. It has to be Cam Ward season, right? I know Shedeur Sanders has been the name that's been talking about for Giants land for a very long time. But as we get closer to the NFL draft, I'm getting the same vibes that I got last year when you heard the Giants were all in on J.J. McCarthy. I think everyone remembers last year, man. When it came to that NFL draft, we know the top 3 quarterbacks were going to go 1, 2, 3. After that, we were wondering if the Giants were going to pivot to a quarterback. J.J. McCarthy narrative was being pushed the whole time. You can make the assumption that this is kind of the same thing. The Giants are making a push for Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is the quarterback. He's probably going to be the Giants quarterback. If you trade up to 1, in my opinion, it has to be for Cam Ward. It has to be. Obviously, mock drafts are not real drafts, right? There's a mock draft for a reason. But with everything looking like is being taken into consideration, it looks like the Titans are wanting to get an Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter. So they don't want to trade too far back because they want to get one of those players and still stockpile some picks. If they're able to do that with the Giants, fall back to 3, Giants take, obviously, Cam Ward at 1. Shedeur Sanders possibly goes 2. They still have their pick of an Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter at the number 3 pick. You can make the argument. The Titans have the number 1 pick. Why are they not picking the quarterback? Why do we have to trade up to go get that quarterback if the Titans aren't willing to do so? I mean, their new GM is on record for saying that they think there's a generational talent in this draft, and there's a clear way for them to still get that player at number 3. I mean, you trade back to number 3. We know the Giants are going to take their quarterback, so that's not losing one of their guys. And potentially the Browns could take a quarterback or take one of Abdul Carter or Travis Hunter, and they get whichever guy falls out of that. I mean, if you look at it for the Titans' sake, if that's what they want, then so be it. Let it rock. I just think they won't have to give up too much, as in the Giants, to trade up to number 1. You're only moving up 2 picks. You're only moving back 2 picks, and you still get to get a premium talent. But it just shows that I don't think the Raiders are going to be a team that's going to be invested for the number 1 pick. The Jets won't, because it's clear that the Titans value a generational player in this draft, and they want to still be able to get one after trading back. So you even have other guys on record like Ryan Dunleavy right now at the Combine saying, after a late night of convos here, a.k.a. last night, I think there's the next quarterback of the Giants is talking today. Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward, both at 9. So yeah, things change drastically. And if you don't know what changed with this whole Matthew Stafford sweepstakes, if you're still invested in Matthew Stafford, I think that's all but a way, honestly. They're already talking about contract numbers. It's looking like he's going to get around $55 million a year, which is crazy. But, I mean, he's worth the money. We talked about Daniel Jones when it came to his cap hit. Matthew Stafford is worth the money. He played like a top quarterback. So he's going to get that back. But overall, when you look at what really changed, it was noted that Matthew Stafford met with Tom Brady. And as you know, Tom Brady has some ownership involved with the Raiders. And it looks like that really kicked things into gear for them. It really kicked things into gear if the Matthew Stafford is going to end up playing with the Raiders or potentially even steaming up talks with the Rams. And if the Rams want to keep Matthew Stafford, yeah, you better pay up. So I'm not going to sit here and guarantee that Matthew Stafford is going to be gone. But in my opinion, when it comes to the Giants' sake, I don't think the Giants are going to involve themselves in that too much anymore. And you might, the fan base is always split. Some of the fan base really wanted Matthew Stafford. Some of the fan base did not. For the people that did not, you're probably celebrating. For the people that did, listen, the world is not over. The whole league this upcoming year for us is not over. The Giants still have a chance to make a splash, get their rookie quarterback, still have all the cap space they want, and still address needs on this team. So as I'm editing this video, a tweet dropped while I was recording. Art Stapleton pretty much said that the Giants are also in lines with terms of contract parameters with Matthew Stafford's representatives, right? So the money that he wants, the $100 million guaranteed, the $90 million guaranteed, $55 million a year, looks like the Giants are willing to go to those lengths. Still, I wouldn't say the Giants are going to do it, but this dropped as I was recording. So I'm going to throw this in there. I still don't think it's going to happen, y'all, but apparently at the time, the Giants are still in it, I guess. The quarterback position is the most important position, as we know. We know that. So if we're able to get a good quarterback on this roster, we're able to get a rookie quarterback and honestly give him time to develop and even time to grow, I really think Cam Ward is that pick at number 1, and I would be excited to have Cam Ward at 1. I really would. I'll make a video detailing stuff about Cam Ward for sure. We still have a lot of time before the NFL draft, but free agency is around the corner once again, and that's going to be a really big play on what the Giants do in this NFL draft, and specifically when it comes to the number 1 overall pick. I mean, like, you're going to have to see that move be made a couple weeks prior to the NFL draft. I think that's going to happen. I don't think it'll be the night of. But overall, for the Giants' sake, right, Cam Ward coming in at 1, in my opinion, would be the quarterback to make that splash on. I think his ceiling is higher than Shedeur Sanders. I think Shedeur Sanders has the footwork. I think he has the accuracy. Cam Ward is still accurate as well, but a lot of people don't like his footwork. They feel like he's lazy in the pocket. Man, I wouldn't put so much stock into him just sitting back there during his college games and obviously not even dropping back, honestly. I wouldn't put too much stake in that. I really think Cam Ward can still be a top quarterback and the number 1 quarterback in this draft. I think if you look around the league and you hear the reports, everyone has Cam Ward over Shedeur Sanders. So why would we be upset if you're a Shedeur Sanders fan for getting a Cam Ward? Everyone has him over him. Listen, drafting a quarterback is not easy. Drafting in general is not easy, but let alone a quarterback. We'll see what happens when he's on the Giants, if he's on the Giants. But in my opinion, if the New York Giants are trading to number 1, it's definitely for Cam Ward. It got to be for Cam Ward. I want you guys to let me know down below in the comments, man. What's your thoughts on that? Giants trading up to number 1. I know a lot of people don't really want it to happen, but you have to understand, if they want their guy, I want them to get their guy. We've been complaining that, or I've heard some people complaining, Daboll never got his quarterback. Joe Schoen never got his quarterback. Guess what? With all the stuff on the line this upcoming season, with the hot seat that they're on, they're going to be able to get their quarterback, the guy they want, and let's see if it works. Brian Daboll is a quarterback guru, right? He helped Josh Allen become Josh Allen. Get him a rookie quarterback, the quarterback he wants, and let's see if he can build up this team. Let's see if he can turn that quarterback into a good quarterback. I want to see that. Brian Daboll is on record for that. We'll see if it actually happens. That's what he was brought here for. But once again, Daniel Jones wasn't his guy. He never picked his quarterback. There's no excuses. Make the pick. Do the trade. Get whoever you want, because I don't want to hear any excuses about them missing out on a guy, them not getting the necessary guy that they want. Let them get their guy and let's see what it is. I want y'all to let me know down in the comments, man. Definitely stay tuned. Once again, we have more combine events taking place, and I definitely will have a recapping some of the top players that we've seen in this combine. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.